Welcome to English Stories for Beginners. Here, you will learn English naturally by listening to easy stories and practicing speaking every day. This is a fictional story inspired by real-world tensions. After 21 hours of intense talks between the United States and Iran, ended without a deal, the world stood on the edge of chaos. What really happened behind those closed doors? Tonight, we imagine the truth. Chapter 1. The room with nitrogen monoxide windows. The room was cold. No windows. No light. Only artificial white light buzzing quietly above. At the center of the room sat Donald Trump. He didn't smile. Across the table, the Iranian delegation waited in silence. 5 men, all serious, all tired. The leader of the Iranian side, Minister Rahimi, leaned forward slightly. "Mr. President," he said calmly, "we have already been here for 18 hours. Trump leaned back. "Then maybe you should have agreed 10 hours ago." Silence. A clock ticked on the wall. Tick, tick, tick. Outside this room, the world was holding its breath. Oil prices were rising. Ships were waiting. Armies were ready. Inside this room, everything depended on words. Chapter 2. The first offer. Trump slammed a folder onto the table. "This is the final offer." Rahimi didn't touch it. "What does it contain?" Trump leaned forward. "No nuclear weapons, ever." Rahimi nodded slightly. "That is not new." Trump continued. "No missile expansion. No control over regional proxies. And..." He paused. "You reopen the Strait of Hormuz immediately." The Iranian delegation exchanged looks. One of them whispered something in Farsi. Rahimi finally spoke. "And what does Iran get?" Trump smiled. "You get peace." Rahimi shook his head. "No, that is what you get." Chapter 3. Pressure from outside. All phone buzzed. Trump picked it up, looked at the message, then laughed. "Interesting." Rahimi stayed calm. "What is IT?" Trump turned the phone around. Oil just jumped again. He leaned closer. "The longer you wait, the worse it gets." Rahimi responded. "The longer you wait, the more unstable your allies become." Another silence. Both sides knew the truth. This was not just negotiation. This was a game of pressure. Chapter 4. The threat. Trump stood up. Slowly, he walked around the table, stopped behind the Iranian delegation. "You know," he said, "I've been very patient." Rahimi didn't turn. Trump continued, "But I don't have to be." He tapped the table. "If there is no deal." He paused. "We escalate." One of the Iranian delegates finally reacted. "And if you escalate..." Rahimi raised his hand, stopping him. Then he turned to Trump. "If you escalate, the region burns." Trump smiled. "Maybe." Rahimi replied, "Not maybe." Chapter 5. The break. After 21 hours, the room felt heavier. Coffee cups were empty. Voices were slower. Trump sat back down. Let's take a break. Rahimi nodded. 10 minutes. Both sides stood up. But no one left immediately, because everyone knew this break might decide everything. Chapter 6, Private Conversation. Trump called Rahimi aside. Just you. They walked to a smaller room. Door closed. Now it was only 2 men. Trump spoke first. Let's stop pretending. Rahimi stayed quiet. You don't trust us? Rahimi replied. Oh. Trump nodded. And we don't trust you. Pause it. Then Trump leaned forward. But we both understand one thing. Rahimi looked at him. Trump sighed. War is expensive. Rahimi answered. Peace is expensive too. Chapter 7, The Real Deal. Trump opened a second folder. This is not official. Rahimi raised an eyebrow. What is IT? Trump said quietly, The real deal. Inside, partial sanctions lifted. Limited uranium control. Joint monitoring. Shared control of shipping lanes. Rahimi read slowly. This is different. Trump nodded. This is what's possible. Rahimi looked up. And why wasn't this offered before? Trump smiled. Because I needed to see how far you would go. Chapter 8, The Final Moment. Back in the main room. Everyone sat down again. Rahimi placed the second folder on the table. The Iranian team looked surprised. Trump crossed his arms. This is IT. Rahimi spoke to his team in Farsi. Long discussion. Tension rising again. Finally, Rahimi turned back. We accept parts of this. Trump shook his head. No partial deals. Rahimi replied. No full surrender. Silence. The clock ticked louder. Chapter 9, Failure. After 21 hours. No agreement. Rahimi stood up. It seems we are finished. Trump didn't move. Seems like it. The Iranian delegation walked toward the door. Before leaving, Rahimi turned back. This is not the end. Trump replied. Oh. He looked straight at him. This is the beginning. Chapter 10, Aftermath. Outside, reporters waited. Cameras flashing. Breaking news spreading fast. No deal. Markets reacted instantly. Oil surge. Military alerts increased. The world moved one step closer to conflict. Inside the room, Trump sat alone. He looked at the second folder, closed it slowly, and whispered, Next timer. Sometimes the most important decisions in the world are made in silence, not on the battlefield, but in a room with no windows.